The coastline of Akwa Ibom State is suitable for the cultivation of coconut. Coconut does best on coastal soils with constant debris from the sea. Akwa Ibom State, with its coastal soils, provides an ideal environment where coconut thrives. Coconut is an important economic crop that contributes to the GDP of many countries. Nigeria, with a production volume of 265,000 tons, is the 18th largest producer of coconut in the world. The demand for coconut has grown upwards of 500% in the last decade. This is because coconut-based derivatives such as soaps, virgin coconut oil, health products, and coconut water have all seen large spikes in demand, so much so that producers may not be able to keep up. It was in recognition of the economic viability of coconut that the Akwa Ibom State government decided to set up a coconut plantation and refinery in the state to boost production. The St. Gabriel'S coconut plantation and refinery is the first of its kind in this part of the world. When fully completed, it will become a major African hub for coconut and virgin oil production while providing employment to the people. The Akwa Ibom State government is providing opportunities for investors to invest in the coconut sector in the state. The government is creating the ideal conditions for such investments to thrive. Power is critical for the ongoing industrial revolution in the state. Therefore, the state government is building a power substation that will provide 24 hours power supply to Mkpadenin, Ikorabasi, and Eastern Obolo local government areas, the host communities for the coconut project. Nearly all parts of the coconut tree are useful. A wide range of products being sourced from coconut are used to make everything from clothing to animal feed to beauty creams. Its kernel is harvested for its edible flesh and delicious water, while its husk is used for its strong fibers. Interestingly, coconut cake is used as a component in livestock feed. Most important, however, are its oils, which are extracted, processed, and marketed for culinary, medicinal, and cosmetic uses alike.
The reason why we're busy with the plantation is because we require coconut trees. We want to process around about 200 tons of dried coconut, or copra as they call it, per day. And we calculated that to produce that in Akwa Ibom, we need around about 1 million coconuts a day to be harvested. And that brings us to the figure of around about 2 million coconut trees that we require. Hence the design of the plantation at 11,000 hectares was in order to provide the 2 million trees. In terms of the plantation where we're working at the moment in Akwa Ibom, that's the 3 local government areas of Bareni, Eastern Obolo, and Korobasi. They're all very supportive of the project, and they have willingly made available land. This is now in negotiation with the state, with His Excellency the Governor, and the deal is that the land they're providing will be reciprocated from the state side with the provision of employment to the indigents of the local government areas. So that is the positive aspect, and it's calculated to make quite an incredible contribution to the local economy. We're working very closely with NIFOL, and they are visiting us on a monthly basis, and they are participating as our partners in the development of this plantation. Once the plantation gets to a level of maturity, we want to build the refined, deodorized, bleached coconut oil factory. We want to process 200 tons of dried coconut flesh per day, and we anticipate that that would produce, depending on the yield, let's work on a figure around about 100 tons per day. So we're looking at large volumes here. And at the prices that we're looking at the moment on the open market, depending on the quality, some variations, but we're looking about $1,500 US per metric ton. We can start off with the husk. The fiber, the koi fiber on the outside of the husk is utilized extensively. There's various small entrepreneurial businesses that we can help structure that can manage everything from koi mattresses that's used in car seats. Even though the dust that is produced in the process to get the long fibers out is utilized as a peat for the agricultural sector as well. The hard shell of the coconut as well, that's also not discarded. It has a very high calorific content, which means it burns well, produces a lot of energy. So it can be used in boilers that are using biomass. You can also turn it into things like charcoal briquettes for fueling biofuel, or even on the domestic market as well, fuel for home, for burning, etc. But one of the best uses of it is to produce activated charcoal. There's a worldwide demand for activated charcoal, and that is the particular process that we'll be looking at. And even in terms of processing the coconut, the dried coconut flesh, the copra, you produce the meal that is left behind. Now that is highly valued in the agricultural sector for farming, ranching. Well, let me be quite honest with you. This is probably one of the most ambitious projects that we have ever seen in Africa. You know, there's at 11,000 hectares and 2 million coconut trees. That'll be the largest single plantation in the world. You know, in the Philippines, Malaysia, they have different smaller plantations that are quite large, but as a single plantation, certainly the biggest in Africa and the biggest in the world. From my perspective, it's exceptionally attractive to investors. Already there is equity that they've invested. You're physically on the ground. We've got a structure, we've got trees, we've got staff, we've got machinery. So that is very, very attractive to any investor. Come to Akwa Ibom to see what we've done, and then to leverage the investment